Well, good morning there. It is Saturday, the 25th of September here in Korea, and I am beginning a journey today that I actually have been looking forward to since I first got here. And that is to head up north to the Demilitarized Zone on a tour of both the infiltration tunnels and to head actually into North Korea to visit the Joint Security Area and Panmunjom. So I don't know how much video I'm going to be able to take today, but I'm hoping to capture some stills and some great images of the trip. Come along. Now, just past this civilian-controlled area is Dora Station. Now, Dora Station is actually the northernmost train stop on KO Rail. It's just a mere 9 kilometers from the actual demilitarized zone and North Korea. It is the hope of all within Korea that the two countries are once more unified. In fact, once unification takes place, the train system of KO Rail in South Korea will connect with North Korea lines. Then they'll be able to join up with the Trans-Siberian Railroad, the Chinese Railroad, and other railroads to allow people to travel from all the way down south in Busan to Europe. In the 1970s, a North Korean architect defected to the south after working on a project for North Korean military forces to build infiltration tunnels in a lead-up to a surprise attack. Now, the south didn't know where these tunnels were. All they had to go by was that an oak tree on the surface was a marker. So, drilling 7-centimeter wide boreholes and flooding them with PVC pipes and water, they finally found one. Now, to date, they have found a total of 4 infiltration tunnels from the north into the south, and there are suspected 10 tunnels in their entirety here. Now, I've just come up from down below, a total distance of 73 meters below the surface. Infiltration tunnel number 3, which is where I stand now, runs approximately 1 mile from the north into the south and about 465 meters past the military demarcation line. Tours are allowed down there, however cameras are not. It's a 2 meter by 2 meter crawl space. The military experts believe that roughly 30,000 North Korean troops could travel from the north to the south during an invasion. Now, at present time, only 265 meters are explorable to the public because the South Korean military has erected barricades from the demarcation line into the south. The most eerie aspect of going down there is a confined space. But also, at the end, at the terminus, there's barbed wire. There's a steel blockade. There's cameras, there's spotlights. And you can peer through the steel blockade at barricade number 3 into a dead man zone and the wall and barricade number 2. There's a small window in the steel lining of barricade 2, and beyond that, pitch black. At the military demarcation line, the wall and the cave and the tunnel have been occluded. But here, in the forests of South Korea, it's a stark contrast, as a dragonfly has just landed on my finger, and now on my head. It's a beautiful and awe-inspiring sight. I'm here at Freedom Village, right up against the DMZ. It's a permanent settlement here of South Koreans who actually live facing North Korea. Now behind me, painted on the ground, is a yellow line. It's called the photo line, beyond which you're not allowed to take any cameras. And you can probably see a soldier in my background who's there to ensure that policy. Every 200 meters along the border is a watchtower. You can still see the remnants of the war from 1950 and 1953. Also, because of the U.S. air campaign, there are literally thousands and thousands of mines along the countryside. Estimates today show that only 30% of these ankle mines have been found, and South Korean forces are still trying to locate the remaining 70%. Because of traveling up here, I can't take pictures from the motor coach, but along the roads you actually see warning signs that we're traveling through an active minefield. Now in the afternoon, I returned to the civilian-controlled area on a different tour. That tour was to take us into the heart of the DMZ and the Joint Security Area. Now this formed area was established as part of the Armistice Agreement between North and South Korea at the end of the Korean War. It is the only place where North Koreans and South Koreans, as well as the United Nations, meet to discuss important issues. All talks are held at Panmunjom, and tours are actually invited to travel through the JSA into North Korea. Well, when I say into North Korea, I mean into Building T2 and across the table setting foot into North Korea. Now, because of the heightened security of this area, video is hard to come by. I did take a lot of stills and a little bit of video. It's important to remember that technically North and South Korea are still at war, and they enjoy a tentative armistice. In 1976, there was a significant amount of fighting within the JSA as a result of what is commonly referred to as the Axe Murder Incident. Outpost number 4 was surrounded by 3 North Korean posts at that time, and the line of sight was occluded from outpost number 3. UN forces actually went to go cut down this tree and met heavy resistance from North Korean forces. 4 soldiers died during the incident, and as a result, the DMZ and the JSA redesigned its layout so that the military demarcation line that passes through the camp is the official border, and no longer are South Korean and North Korean troops allowed to freely cross. In these pictures you will see several South Korean troops modeled with their helmets and their sunglasses and standing guard against the North. In the last video segment you will also see the North Korean guards standing at the military demarcation line and their South Korean counterparts.